What's up, Dog Squad? TreyDoG60 back from another video on the channel, and in today's video we are going to be doing a breakdown and reaction video of the round of 64 for the 2024 March Madness tournament. But as we get into this video, thank you so much for all y'all's support. Let's try to get to 900 subs by April 2024. I don't think we're going to get to it, so don't even bet on it, but let's try to get to it soon, maybe May 2024. I was hoping for 1K by April, but I don't think we're going to get to it. Make sure to go subscribe to TreyDoGaming right now. It is premiering over on TreyDoGaming. It's the Fortnite video of Forza Lava and some Battle Royales with Jacob, so go ahead and go check that out. We'll have a Splatoon video tomorrow, later today for the Splatfest with Jacob, so hopefully you go for that. Let's try to get the 50 subs over on that channel so we can go live for one of those one day, and of course for other videos. Now without further ado, let's get right into this. Okay, so here we are. So we're gonna go by the whole bracket for the round of 64s. Go back what we did, when we did predicted. So UConn beat Stetson. Was not much of a surprise. Very dominant performance. Did have that win, so you know that's just an easy one. Just baby step. FAU, that was a battle, but it wasn't the best game from both. 3-pointers were just, and the turnovers were ugly from both teams. FAU at the end just couldn't get it. They had no reflection on all the momentum going into overtime. Terrible. Just they thought they were Steph Curry out there, so they definitely couldn't do that. Got that wrong, and that sucks. But UConn can win and go to the Sweet 16. San Diego State almost sold and almost lost, but got the win. I was thinking about picking UAB for this, but I decided not to. Just went ahead because I kind of thought San Diego State was gonna get the win in here, and I kind of trusted them. I don't know if I want to trust Auburn anymore. Look how far I had them. Elite Eight, man, that sucked. And we'll get into Kentucky in just a little bit. I got something to say. But, man, they literally were just battling with them the whole game, and they kept letting them come back. And then when it got down to the final moments, they let them score, take the lead. I mean, they were just couldn't play. It just didn't show up right to play. I mean, they were missing shots they usually make. It was terrible. They weren't playing like Auburn. They weren't the dominant team that we saw win the SEC championship. And then they just fumble the bag. No, that was not the same Auburn team, and got it wrong, and now these picks will be all automatically wrong. And then Duquesne messed up too. BYU wasn't playing like it, but BYU I guess tends to choke in tournaments too, so I'll not have my eye on them again. But Duquesne definitely hats off to them. Played terrific. Drained threes out there. Terrific performance by the Dukes. Illinois had a fantastic game. Didn't choke. We're battling with Morehead State, but glad they got the win. And they didn't. They played like the 3 seed. They should have played like Washington State. Drake should have won that game. I mean, they really should have. They had an advantage. They had the lead the whole time, and they kind of gave up at the end. I think they should have won. Iowa State did a great job. I was kind of a little scared about South Dakota State trying to come back at them, but Iowa State took care of business as the 2 seed. I still think they're the dominant team. Both sides of the ball can definitely go to the championship game, but that's right now. So those are the 2 second-round matchup. So in the East region, you have UConn, Northwestern, San Diego State versus Yale, Duquesne versus Illinois, and Washington State versus Iowa State. So those are the round of 32 games. This next 2 days, this weekend for the East region. Now we move on to the what is this? What region? It's West region. Okay, so North Carolina beating Wagner, kind of just took care of business there. They move on. Michigan State, Tom Izzo in the tournament, really good. Definitely took care of business against Mississippi State. I mean, kind of didn't think they'd win. Mississippi State's really not a tournament team or anything that you want to see really ever. So they move on. I guess, but this list you're right. Grand Canyon, I knew they'd upset them. I knew they were that top team to do it. I knew St. Mary's wasn't going to be ready for them. They were kind of, they didn't score as many points. That could be something to Alabama. Alabama doesn't have as good of a defense, so I could see that definitely being either a high or low. So I could see Alabama winning that game. I hope Grand Canyon wins, of course, because I have the Grand Canyon winning. But they could definitely go to the Sweet 16. Grand Canyon's a tough team. They're pretty good. Can get the win over Alabama. Their defense got to step up, but their offense can drain 109 points. Their offense is really good. They didn't choke or anything, so they got the win over Charleston needed. So that's the matchup. I thought New Mexico was going to win. I thought they were ready, had a lot of momentum, but Clemson didn't seem to. They were getting a lot of points, getting a lot of boards, and all that to win and beat New Mexico. And glad I had them in the Elite Eight at one point, so glad I kind of changed that. Baylor, was a very dominant performance, one of the best offenses out there. Could definitely see them going, getting far, have them in the Elite, of course. So they got that win. So hopefully Baylor still wins that. So at least we'll be on watching for that. These two teams didn't matter. Nevada just flat out sold up by 15. Let go, and I don't know why. I don't get it. So they lost, and Dayton won. They're moving on. Long Beach State, I'm sorry. I thought they could do it. I thought there would be that 15 seed to win. But I guess they weren't. But there wasn't a 15 seed that won this year, sadly. So, it's fine. So Arizona does take care of business, does get the win. I thought Long Beach State was going to hang on there with them, but probably shouldn't have stuck them in the Sweet 16. At least should have probably given one of these teams an advantage. I didn't really think one of these teams would go this week. I thought if Long Beach State had the momentum there, they'd go here, but it was a big risk. So for the West region, you have for the round of 32, you have North Carolina versus Michigan State, Grand Canyon versus Alabama, Clemson versus Baylor, and Dayton versus Arizona. That was about what I picked. I did have 11-3. This could have probably been it, but Okay, so we go up to the South region now. Houston, very dominant 4 months by them. One of the best teams in basketball, of course. I can definitely see them going to the Elite Eight, and we'll probably go to the Final Four, since no one else will probably in their way. Texas A&M, I know a lot of people said Nebraska, but I had faith in A&M. I don't think Nebraska was ready. A&M can definitely make runs when they're wanted. So I didn't think they were the SEC team to choke. They can definitely beat Houston. I think it's gonna be a fight, but we'll just have to see what goes on. So to get those right, James Madison, I knew they were the AP team. They handled those teams before. They handled Michigan State. They can handle Wisconsin, who sometimes does not do well in tournaments. They are not the team to go in the tournament. I knew they would. It was not that hard to pick them. I think it was pretty obvious. James Madison was the way to go. Duke, they were scaring me for a second. They may have trouble against James Madison. I could definitely see James Madison going to the Sweet 16 and beating Duke, because I don't know if Duke's ready. I think I may pick James Madison, but who knows? Duke, their offense good. I just think their defensive performance. They had a little low on the offense though. They were letting Vermont get back in it, but I think Duke can move on. Hopefully they do. James Madison, I picked you. I was hoping for you before, but now I'm not. NC State, Texas Tech. Hey, NC State, I didn't think would have the momentum because Virginia Tech a couple years ago won the ACC title and then tried carrying over the championship or March Madness and couldn't do a thing with it. Thought NC State would do the same thing. Texas Tech was a good team, but no, they blew it, and that's fine. And now Kentucky. Do you want to know how far you costed me here? Round of 64, round of 32, round of Sweet 16, Elite 8, and Final 4. You made me lose all those points. What are you doing? Losing that game to Oakland. Hey, you want to know what? Oakland, this isn't even the Oakland in California. It's in Michigan. It's a county. Who says they're from there? That doesn't make any sense. I swear I thought it was the one in California. It was the one in Michigan, apparently. Kentucky, what are you doing? You're a dominant team. I thought this was the team that make a run this year. They've done it before. They could make the championship game. I thought this was the exact team. But really, not picking them again. Kentucky, don't even think about that. May go to Auburn, too. Maybe same thing for Auburn. Not trusting Kentucky one bit ever again. Okay, well, that game doesn't matter for me, but NC State will probably win. Okay, here we go. Colorado and Florida. This is a great game. Colorado almost sold the bag, but, it was a battle. Florida didn't have their big man, so in Colorado, I knew they'd be that first 4 team. I know it wasn't going to be Colorado State or Virginia, so Colorado got the good win. It was a high-scoring game, and then Marquette. I was going to pick Western Kentucky earlier, had them a lot of the time, and they kept battling with them. They were up at half too, but Marquette came back and defeated them, so I definitely could have seen that happening. But Colorado, Marquette, that's going to be the game. I have Marquette winning that. Hopefully it goes through 16, and I don't care what they do then, because it doesn't matter for me. Because I think Houston will go to the Final Four now. So this Elite 8 means nothing. The outcome of this bracket means nothing for me anymore. It's just this region. It's this game and these games. So it matters for the Sweet 16 and matters if Marquette gets into this Sweet 16. It doesn't matter who gets in the Elite here. Only Houston matters if it gets Elite. I don't care, but it doesn't matter who the outcome of this bracket is because Kentucky is eliminated. We move on to the next one, the last one, the Midwest region. Purdue, they didn't pull what they did last year. Very dominant performance. Zach Edey is a dog. It definitely one of the awards finalists. So TCU, I definitely thought would have won this game. But no, you had to have an 8 seed. Look at this, all 9 seeds won, but TCU, Utah State, the Mountain West, I guess wasn't getting a lot of hype. I thought the TCU was pretty good this year. But even though they had some struggles, I thought they would still have a good chance in this game, maybe to knock off Purdue, but they didn't. Utah State could knock off Purdue though. Here we go, Gonzaga, McNeese. I don't know what people were thinking pick McNeese. I was going to for a second. I knew Gonzaga was pretty dominant, and I think they can make a run. They always can't have a chance of, but I think they're just gonna get to the Final Four and just choke once again. And then Kansas. Oh man, people don't need to be saying they got bailed out, Kansas, because anything could happen in that game. And that dunk, no, it was all ball. But it doesn't like they were going to do anything. People need to stop saying that. It's tough. I wish Samford have won too. I picked them to win, and I think they should have. But, it didn't. And, Samford could have played a better game in the beginning and had to come back all the way. Kansas could have too. I think Gonzaga's going to beat Kansas, though. I think they're going to beat them by quite a lot. Maybe. But I think they'll beat them. And I think they have a chance of beating Purdue too. But that's it. So a lot of stuff still at stake. 3 out of 4 teams, and Iowa State still at stake. Oregon, very team that can go all the way, or at least to the Elite 8. They can beat Creighton. Creighton's dominant, but Oregon can get to. They get boards. They get that big man. They get to the board. Get the boards. Get the rebounds. And I want to say his name Donkey or something. I can't remember. I haven't seen a lot of play, but I remember him. I didn't really know his name, but I remember seeing him in the Pac-12 championship. Man, he was big. Definitely could see him and Kalkbrenner definitely squaring it out. Big time game for them. And that transfer over Nimhart over to Gonzaga definitely could help. Sears also a very good offensive player, I have to say. Just wanted to point out some offensive players that I've seen. So Creighton definitely a performance. So that's a good game. That's tomorrow at 8:40. So it'll be a good game to watch. Hopefully Oregon wins it. So I don't lose some points. I need to lose. Texas and Tennessee. I think Texas can knock off Tennessee because I think Tennessee that's a good performance by them against St. Peter's, but that's St. Peter's. And we know that SC can do. The Big 12 is a little more reliable. Of course, we've seen Texas. They got a lot of tall guys. Can handle Tennessee. Go over Dalton Connect. I think if Tennessee, like I said, if they're going to rely on their only starters, they may fall to pieces, and they may do what they do a lot of the years. And I think they may lose to its Texas squad that knows that can get to the Elite 8 and maybe a chance of the Final Four. But I think it's just the Sweet 16. That's all I need from them. So, yeah, that's a great performance by them. We're getting boards, getting baskets, getting the shots they need. Great drives I saw. A. Smith is a really good point guard. He can spaz out, but I can see him driving over that him and against Ziegler, which was also a battle. Zagai Ziegler and his half-brother. So, but yeah, that'll be a good matchup. So I forgot to go over the here on the South region. You have Houston A&M, James Madison, Duke, NC State, Oakland, and Colorado Marquette. And then over in the Midwest region, round of 32, you have Purdue, Utah State, Gonzaga, Kansas, Oregon, Creighton, and Texas, Tennessee. It's pretty bland if you ask me, but it's fine. We did get about everything right, besides like one pick, and then we got this right. Just a couple really in this one. Did pretty well overall. I think. You only missed, how many? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you missed 10, 11. You missed 11, but it also hurt you by this. You missed 11 games out of, how many, like 32? Yeah, because you have 200, I think. Well, you have 210 points right now, so 62%, and you're in the 10 million range. That's my bracket right now. A lot of things could happen. Hopefully, a lot of things could change. I can potentially see Gonzaga moving on pretty far. I could definitely see Purdue going here. Grand Canyon, James Madison. Hopefully not. Duke hopefully wins. Hopefully Marquette gets the win over them. Houston doesn't let me down in the Sweet 16 and then go to the Elite 8. Don't care about this game. UConn hopefully doesn't sell. Illinois, doesn't matter. Remember, Iowa State do not sell because I need you to win the championship game. North Carolina being my Final Four. Baylor in the Elite 8. Hopefully in that. Texas, I need you in the Sweet 16. Oregon, I please need you to upset so we can get the Elite 8. We definitely need some good wins tomorrow. And of course, in the Sweet 16, we got, of course, a couples that are busted, but a lot. I could have it definitely much worse. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go over to TreyDoGaming tomorrow. It's on the link in the description and link in the about page. You can see the premiere. In fact, I think it premiered about 30 minutes ago. It may be still premiering the Fortnite video with Jacob, so that's over on TreyDoGaming, and then the TreyDog60 video is premiering right now. It's at 10:30 a.m. It should be, so make sure to subscribe. Let's get to 900 soon. Make sure to be part of the Dog Squad. You can be part of the Golden Dog Squad by subscribing to TreyDoGaming and TreyDog60. And I'll see you next time, Dog Squad. Peace.